Hey everybody, I'm Luke Horton and welcome to the Mindfulness Secrets podcast. In this episode, I'll tell you about the meditation session that I'll never forget. This is the one that really changed everything for me and gave me a really clear idea of what the goals are when you're meditating. So around this time, my anxiety was probably the worst it had ever been. And I just learned about this type of meditation where you just kind of scan down your body and you just find like the tensest spot on your whole body and you just focus on it and you see what happens. And I was experimenting, or I was doing this meditation, and there was one spot on my middle of my back towards the right side, my lower right side of my back. And it was definitely the tensest and achiest spot on my entire body. And so I started focusing on this spot. And it was interesting because what I would notice is as I would focus on the spot, my heart rate would start to race. My heart rate would start to increase a bunch, and I would basically start to have like a panic attack. I would get really high anxiety, and even though I was just sitting still on a soft couch, eyes closed, here I was having a panic attack just because I was focusing on this tense spot on my body. And early on, I didn't get much out of this type of meditation because every time I would feel the panic attack coming on, I would resist it and I would suppress it and I would calm down and make it go away. But the real growth came after I'd been doing this for about a week. It was around maybe the 6th or 7th day. I was focusing on this spot. It was still tense, still the tensest spot in my whole body. And as I focused on it, this panic attack feeling started to come. And this time, instead of trying to resist it, I did something a little different. I had this thought pop into my head. And instead of resisting it, I thought, just watch and see what happens. And that's what I did. As I continued to focus on this one tense spot on this lower right side of my back, and instead of fighting the panic attack, I took a step away and I just watched it happen. And I felt my heart rate accelerate. I felt this flush of energy through my whole body. I felt all these intense feelings of fear and resistance. But instead of giving into them, I was able to just watch it happen. And I went through this whole panic attack. It was probably 30 seconds or so that I went through this whole panic attack. And at the end of it, that tense spot on this lower right side of my back, it totally relaxed and it softened. And I'll never forget this because it was the first time I got a little taste of what meditation actually is, and what it actually means to step away from your thoughts and view them objectively. And once I developed this skill of identifying these tense spots in my body and just focusing on them until they relaxed, I developed the goal of trying to build like full body awareness and the ability to relax any muscle in my body on command. This meditative approach is really powerful, but I found out you can actually do it consciously. And that's why I wrote my new book. It's called Breathing Secrets. It'll teach you the 6 secrets I learned that took me from severe anxiety with daily panic attacks to where I am today, which is just calm, focused, and relaxed. And just for listening to this episode, I'll give you the book for free. You can download it at my website, breathingsecretsbook.com. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Go download Breathing Secrets. It's totally free. Thanks again for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.